Episode number 147.
Your fans love you. That's why they're following you. So if you create something that is even just like a t-shirt or a calendar, people are going to buy that more so than something else.
Welcome to the Be Real Show with Travis Too Tall and Huff, where we talk about life, dreams, social media, and business.
Well, hello and welcome to the Be Real Show with Travis Too Tall and Huff. Folks, I'm fired up today because we're going to bring you some value, but we're also going to show you maybe how you can go and get viral on a social network. Because I'm pumped today, we're bringing our featured guest, Bri Teresi. Bri, are you ready to be real?
Hi, yes, I'm ready to be real.
She's bringing the fuego, folks. And the reason why I say we're going to go viral is because Bri has gone viral in a few ways. She is a model at Guess, and she's also a brand consultant. But I would say, number one, you are a social media influencer. You have built a Instagram following of 463,000. You got Twitter packed up, 39,000. YouTube, 12,000 subscribers. And you are working all those different channels of content. So I love that. You're actually, not just on one. But then you're also now heavy into live streaming. So, folks, we've given you just a little insight, but Bri, how's your day going down there in LA today?
Awesome. Yeah, it's a good day so far.
It's a good day to be alive, huh?
Yeah, it's a great day to be alive.
How's the weather down there today?
Warm. Very warm.
Which is like what, 90, 80?
No, it's probably like 75 today. So
oh, that's not too bad at all. Are you kidding me? Well, so tell us, I'm curious because everyone's story is a little bit different. I know Instagram is the newest, hottest, popular, and obviously is your biggest channel, but I'm curious, what got you started in the world of social media? What was the first step or first platform to get you going?
That's a very good question. Because I feel like it kind of just happened, but I think I owe a lot of it to my sister and I, when we were young, we would always make kind of stupid videos together.
Yeah.
And then we used to dress up and just take photos in our backyard. I always wanted to model. That was like a big thing. But my dad, whenever I got opportunities as like a kid, he was always very against it. And I don't blame him because now I don't think I would let my kid model at such a young age.
Yeah.
So it kind of started with, we used to take photos in our backyard and we would post them on Instagram. And I remember I had this really ridiculous username and my sister was like, no, Bri, you need to have your full name.
Like your name.
I'm like, why? She's like, because if you get big, you want people to know your name.
Right.
I didn't think anything would happen of it. So we used to take photos, but I guess like after we started gaining a little bit of a following, we used to get sent swimsuits all the time. Like,
yes.
At least 10 swimsuits a day. Like, it was crazy. And my dad would like get them out of the mail and he'd be like, why are they sending you all this stuff? Why are you have all these bathing suits? Like, I don't want you wearing these bathing suits on the internet. And what we would do was my sister and I were we kind of got big, known as like, I guess these girls that would pose with fruit and were all about like healthy vegan lifestyle. So there was a few photos that went kind of viral of me, like one like laughing in a triangle swimsuit, bikini. And I guess like that was a pretty popular brand, let's say 5 years ago. And it went like all over Tumblr. I was holding a pineapple and like laughing. And then I made like a ton of followers on Instagram from that.
Wow.
And I started taking photos with fruit, which is super embarrassing, but
just unique. It was a unique point of perspective because everyone's doing different things.
Yeah. So then we started doing that. And I was going to college. Actually, I went to San Jose State and I still would take photos and do the whole Instagram thing. But then when I saw that there were so many opportunities with, I had a lot of modeling deals out in LA. I just decided I needed to believe in myself and move out to LA and just finish college online. So I did that. And then we really started growing our numbers pretty big on Instagram by doing comedy videos. So I didn't
more funny.
My page I used to, but not so much anymore. I keep my page a little bit more of just like my modeling stuff. but we gained a lot. So some of our videos had about 10 million views on other people's pages for little viral skits, I guess.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that was your start is the fruit modeling, and then also these kind of more fun where you're not taking yourself seriously, or you're making fun of something, or you're just I've seen that to be really successful actually on social.
Yeah.
On Instagram.
Another thing that I don't know how I forgot about this was I got really, really big on Snapchat.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That was, let's say, I don't know, like 3 years ago, I want to say. Snapchat was by far my biggest platform. I was getting about 200,000 people looking at my story per day.
My gosh.
And I mean, I was just like a regular girl. I wasn't anyone famous. And so for that many people to be looking at someone's Snapchat, that was kind of a big deal, I guess. So that was because I did a lot of takeovers for other popular channels like Barstool Sports, and like I would exchange my Snapchat with other girls, and then word of mouth, I guess. But yeah, so I gained a lot on Snapchat, and then that I made a lot of money through Snapchat actually.
I bet.
Yeah.
So how are you making money specifically through Snapchat? Because a lot of the girls are doing like a private chats or private.
I never went that route. I've never wanted my image to be that route. I did a lot of brand deals.
So, well, yeah, absolutely. And
they would pay pretty big money for that.
Sure they would. 250,000 impressions. I mean, per snap. It's insane.
I did a lot of, I don't even remember some of the brands, but a lot of brands would reach out about Snapchat. I had a guy that was kind of my agent for Snapchat, but then also I monetized all of my stuff through having my own website. That's like a big thing. So I do through my website, and then I wanted another way. So this was before girls started doing like the private Snapchat. I wanted a way to be able to interact with my fans personally.
Right.
So I have a feature on my website. It's if they want to chat with me or receive like any selfies, they're not nude. They're not even.
Of course, you're doing it classy. You're doing it classy.
Nothing like that. So if they want to just like be able to say hi and chat for a couple minutes, I have a package on my website where I do that, and I was making a decent amount of money through that. If I post about that, I get a lot of sales from that, but I'm not huge on that right now. I'm kind of working on other things. That's a good income, but I'd rather be creating like bigger content for everyone to see.
Yeah, like working with more brands basically would be the unique pitch, or creating your own brands. Like you, so you're also creating and working on your own brand stuff too, right?
Yeah. So right now I'm working on an apparel line that's really dope, but my business partner actually just moved to Thailand. She is having some family issues. So when she gets back, we can finish that. And I told her, we have all the time in the world to do our apparel line. I'm working on so many other things right now. So that's not.
When the time's right, you could do pretty much anything as you have a bigger following.
So we're working on that. And then I just did a collaboration with a sunglass line that launches next month. It's called Voyeur Eyewear. And I did a cat eye lens with them that's very cute, and I'm stoked about.
So you're going to do a lot of different social media postings about that, tagging their page, kind of giving them love.
So I've already posted a little bit about it. I'm kind of a little early on it, but just to get people excited.
Yeah. I mean, I think you can't give enough love in that situation because, to be honest with you, as someone that also represents brands, I know that some influencers feel like they don't give enough. You know what I mean? It's like, it's kind of a give. It's like kind of a give and take relationship, like the more you are giving to the brand and it works for them, the more likely they're going to do bigger stuff with you. I mean, it just kind of makes sense. I mean, you can just work. I mean, I know it doesn't hurt to take someone's money for a campaign, but if that campaign could turn into much bigger and more often campaigns, then it becomes like reoccurring, and that's the one thing I found, that it's like a lot of the influencers is just all about the money, and like they don't really care about really making it work. And if they did, honestly, they'd get more money because the brands want to keep doing it. But this is the only negative I've heard from people that you're even bigger in the industry is that, influencer marketing is just expensive, and there's no guarantee that it's going to give me clicks to my website. There's no guarantee, Travis. There's no, what are you guaranteeing there? With Google Ads, I can guarantee how many clicks I'm going to get based on the CPM and based on, you know what I mean? So not saying influencers don't work. I know they work. Look at Kylie. Yeah. Look at some of the top brands are working with influencers. It works, but shout out to any influencer out there. I think it's awesome that you're giving them more, maybe, or giving a little extra, or previewing it, or, you know, because so many of them are just like, oh, one post only, and they're only going to be up there for 30 days, or it's only going to be up there for 24 hours, or, you know, and it's like, come on, man, like, make this part of your success, and then the brand's going to win too, and they're going to want to come back. Just like in the TV business, you know, you don't want to just do one-time campaigns. You want to do them every month.
For sure. And that's why you see with, you know, that the Bang energy. I see this all over.
Yeah, absolutely.
With them, but I see what I like about their business plan is they have, let's say, a 4-month contract where you post 4 times a month.
Right.
And then, you know what I mean? So it doesn't look.
That's very doable. Yeah. 4 times a month is very doable.
Yeah. She's not posting one video and then never talking about it again, you know?
Right. Right.
So that's dope. But I also think another big thing for young entrepreneurs, or even, like young entrepreneurs / influencers, is creating your own brand, because it's so much easier to sell than someone else's.
Yep.
Your fans love you. That's why they're following you. So if you create something that is even just like a t-shirt or a calendar, people are going to buy that more so than something else.
Absolutely. Think about a music artist.
Yeah, they're selling themselves.
Well, they're selling themselves, but if they don't keep making hits, no one's going to care.
Yeah.
That's the crazy thing. I mean, yeah, you can still have your social following, but it's the same way for your brand. It's the same way for your Instagram. I mean, you have to constantly keep creating, right? Just like you're doing. Like you said last night, you canceled a date to make a video happen, right?
Yeah, that's one thing I've noticed about like these past few weeks. I feel like I've been working like harder than ever on video creations and saying no to like other things. But also I think what I need to find right now is, I'm not sure if this is important. My mom was telling me this is really important. She's like, you need to still have a normal life too, and not just always be working. When I look at people like Gary Vee, and I'm like, he doesn't have like any form of a life
right. Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Or Elon Musk. Look at Elon Musk or someone like that like they don't have too much of a life.
Yeah, even Jake Paul is the same way. Like I used to be really close with him, and he never had a life at all. He worked 24/7.
And the same with like we just talked about music stars. I mean, that's the number one complaint. Look at Post Malone. Look at under his eyes what it says. Always tired. The craziest thing about the music business or any celebrity business is that they're going to work you to death. I mean, in a way. Yeah. Once you get more famous, I mean, that's why you have to commend people like, you know, even like Taylor Swift or people like that are able to somehow keep making hits and figure a way out to not be overwhelmed by all the crazy coverage and you know, I mean, whether you like her or not, you have to respect her. You know, you have to respect people like that are like doing it on the biggest level and still able to realize and maybe have some sort of life, you know?
She probably.
Yeah, she must either pay a lot of people or, I mean, because she just seems like she has somewhat of a life. I mean, she has a touring and but then she takes breaks and she's with her cats and she's enjoying real life. I mean, to the best you can be, I guess, for Taylor.
Yeah, and she still looks gorgeous. And like
she still is good. Yeah, she does. She's been working out. She's looking good. Well, now, my friend, we're about to take you to the top 10 where you can share some of your insights.
Okay,
cool. Let's do this. Apple or Android?
Okay, so I personally, like my personal phone is an Apple. However, my streaming phone is an Android. So
interesting.
I rely on both every day.
So the Android's better just for streaming?
Yeah, because it's compatible with Streamlabs, which is for Twitch or YouTube. Do that. So most streamers use either an Android or they have like a live view setup, and then they get a regular camera or a little camera.
Got you. So you use both, which is very unique. Netflix or Disney?
Netflix, for sure.
Instagram or Twitter?
Okay, this is a hard one because Instagram is what I got known on.
That's your bread and butter right there, yeah.
Yeah, but Twitter, honestly, my Twitter has been on fire lately, and my impressions are like crazy. So I'm going to go ahead and say Twitter.
And Twitter's a dark horse because it's a continual. They've gotten rid of a lot of the spam accounts this year. They've got a lot of the weirdness. It's getting more real. It's getting more real, authentic users. And I think, for someone like you, the biggest thing you can also do is use your Instagram to get people to follow you on Twitter. So
I do that.
Yes, do stuff like that. Yes, because a lot of celebrities don't. I mean, or a lot of people don't. It's like, hey, cross sell these things. Say, I'd love to tweet with you. I see more of my notifications over there than I do on my Instagram because it's not. I don't have 400,000 Twitter followers. Get me to 400,000, or you know what I'm saying. You probably don't see too many mentions or stuff like that because of how like the notifications are just constantly getting bombarded on Instagram, right?
Yeah, I don't. Unless if somebody sends me a DM, I guess, and I'm like looking, but if not, no.
Like a legit DM that just comes across like, hey, I'd like to work with you or something on a brand deal.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
Otherwise, there's probably a bunch of guys sending photos. Anyways, moving on. Chicken or steak?
I don't eat either.
You don't do either. You're vegan.
I was vegan for a long time. I do eat fish now.
Okay, fish. What's your favorite fish?
I'm a big salmon person, but I would say like salmon sashimi.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
You guys got some good sushi spots down there.
Yeah.
Laptop or an iPhone?
I use both, but I rely more on my iPhone.
Spotify or Pandora?
Definitely Spotify.
Movies or video games?
Movies.
Movies. Reading books or listening to books, unlike Audible?
Audible, for sure.
Yeah, so convenient, right? Stocks or crypto?
Stocks, but I make my brother be in charge of all of that. I actually give him all my passwords.
Good.
Because I think that's important to make sure that you're investing right, and I know I don't know anything about it, so if he can help me out with that and I pay him a little bit, sure.
Shout out to your brother for helping you because,
he was giving me some insights a couple of days ago. He's like, okay, is it okay if I invest in this for you? And I'm like, sure, go ahead. I trust you.
That's awesome, girl. You know what? The most important thing you can do is pay yourself first.
Yeah.
Too many people go, buy a pair of Nikes. Well, go buy Nike stock. Don't have 100 pairs of Nikes. Have 100 shares of Nike stock. I mean, it's much more long-term thinking, but some people it's very hard to do.
My sister's only 20 and she's very good at saving her money. And
it's awesome.
And
you guys are so young. You guys got the future in front of you. You're so young. And you got so many years. So last question, oceans or lakes?
Oceans.
Nice. You guys live by the ocean. Now, why do you love being you?
I would say the reason why I'm happy with being myself is because I don't care what people think of me. Like,
nice. There you go.
I'm going to do whatever makes me happy. If people think I'm weird, whatever. If people want to be my friend because they genuinely like me inside, that's better than somebody just caring so much what other people think. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Trying to people please and only care about,
I would say I'm okay with, being like a cool model, but I'm also okay with, like, for example, the other day, my sister and I walked around Hollywood Boulevard in full-on nun costumes. And it's not even they're having fun and being weird.
Oh, shit.
A lot of people would find that very weird and maybe be embarrassed.
Oh, that's funny.
But, I'm happy with being myself, and I feel like a lot of people in LA aren't. So.
And you have fun with your sister, which is cool. Family awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
Sometimes people don't get along in families. It's like so sad. It's like that's your family. That's your real family. How do you typically like to start your day? What gets you in the mindset?
Okay, so I'm organized, but I'm not like crazy organized. But I have a planner, and usually right when I wake up, I look at what's on my agenda for the day, and it's a crazy looking planner. I scribble things out. I'm big on crossing things off my list. So I look at
that's the best, huh? Isn't that the best? Crossing things off your list.
Yeah. So I would say I start off with that. I try and go to the gym in the morning too. It just depends. My days are always so like
different.
Random, unless if I'm like have like a set shoot for that day and like all day. But for the most part, I have the freedom to kind of create, and that's amazing. But at the same time, that can be really stressful because all the pressure is on you and you don't have somebody telling you what to do.
Yes. And then there's a lot of times you have like a lot of things you want to get done. And it's like priority of that.
Yeah.
Like I got to get this done. I got to get that done. And I often do it myself. I'll just have to like do like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 list real quick. Like what are the most 4 things that I got to get done today? Because sometimes it's like you overwhelm yourself. Like I want to build this new PowerPoint. I want to, talk to my team about this thing. I want to talk to this customer about this, but then it's like, what's the most important, because a lot of times you get caught up in this stuff that's like, it's in your head or you can get it done tomorrow, and then there's certain things you got to get done today. Like if you haven't live streamed, you got to live stream, right?
Yeah. So I'm going to do that. After this, I'm going to go to the gym and then I have to buy a new mic for my computer because I don't have a mic right now. Well, at least not like a plug-in mic.
Oh, like the USB one. You need a USB one.
Yeah. And then I'm going to do I have like a stream planned for after.
Yeah. So the interesting thing, the dual-edged sword of the entrepreneurship is you have to do it all. I mean, it's up to you to create, like say you wanted to create a new apparel line. It's up to you to create any new product, but then you still have to do it.
Yeah, for sure.
That's the craziest part, but it's the fun part. The funnest part about it is that.
For me, I'm the type of person, if I wasn't always busy and doing something, I would be like a little sad and kind of depressed. Probably.
Yes.
I'm always doing something.
It's the way to live. It's the way to live. It's the way to live is to always push yourself. You're going to have time when life's going to be slow, but we're going to wait for that time down the road. Yeah, what is a skill, Bri, that you want to master?
Probably giving up some of the control to other people.
Ooh, okay. That's a tough one.
On myself. That's something I really struggle with. I'm a bit OCD about certain things. So when I say OCD, I'm not just like, oh, I'm OCD. Like I actually am OCD. Yeah. So I struggle with that in my mind a lot. And that's something that I think through meditation and also even prayer, I can become more, believe more in other people that they can do certain tasks. Even like my sister, sometimes I'm a control freak over her and I don't let her do as much as she probably should be doing.
I'll tell you something as a business owner that has multiple team members. I started my business 2009, so I've been doing it for 9 years now.
Wow.
Is part of it is they're not going to do it as good as you, right? That's the guarantee.
Yeah.
But if you stick with them and if you train them and if you nurture them and if you weekly show them love and you continually to build and show them maybe where they're doing it wrong and you show them, oh, yeah, you did this great. I would have never thought of that, and you kind of continually build. What ends up happening is they end up getting better than you. They end up almost getting better than you to a level. I don't think they'll always be as good as you, Bri, but if they're right next to you, if they're 75% of you and you got 5 people that are 75% of you, you can do a whole lot more. You can do a lot more. You could do more shoots, do more brand deals, do more apparel lines, do more meetings, everything, and so
you're
that's
totally
what Gary Vee and some of these other people have figured out to a large level is that empowering others, you can do a lot more.
Yeah, no, you're 100% right.
Like he has freaking, he has I keep forgetting his video guy, but he's his video guy was just like a contract kid, man. And then now he's a full-time guy. I mean, that video guy changed Gary Vee's trajectory.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? And I'm sure Gary Vee could probably say, oh, I could have done it better. But, hey, this guy's the one with you. He wakes up every morning. He's at your house every day when you're trying to do these daily Vs. And, but you can do it, girl. The most important thing is you can do it. And then sometimes you just got to do it yourself. That's the reality.
Oh, yeah.
Some tasks you just got to do. And sometimes when I want to bitch and complain, I just say, hey, man, you built this business. You go out and get new customers every month. And so you got to do the work. Sometimes you just got to show up. Bottom line. So also, do you have a favorite app that you like using?
I would say, honestly, my favorite app is Audible. That's something I don't
yeah.
My mom is very, very into education and, always giving me new books to listen to, even self-help books.
That's awesome.
Or even just like books on meditation. But I would say definitely Audible. And that's something, even when I work out, I don't listen to music. I listen to audiobooks.
Nice. Yeah, I've had multiple guests say that because you're getting that mindset feed and then also you are working out.
Yeah.
Feeding both sides of your brain and also your body. If you could sit down for dinner tonight with anyone in the world, who would it be?
Kanye West.
Kanye!
I find him so like weird and fascinating.
I know, he is.
I would just love to meet him. I think that'd be really amazing.
You know, the interesting thing about Kanye is he always finds a way to be in the center of the attention somehow.
Yeah,
And that's hard to do in that business. You know, it's hard to continually make yourself relevant, even if it's good or bad.
Yeah, he's always.
People are hating him right now because he went and had a meeting with Trump. It's like, I think he's pretty smart, man. I mean, he's hey, the president wants to meet you. Hey, maybe he can help me out with my business. Maybe he can help me do something, you know?
Yeah.
And his song, he collabs with Lil Pump. He's got another hit right now on the radio, you know, out there. He's an interesting cat. I think he's very interesting.
For sure. Super interesting.
And a good artist, a real true artist.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, he has some. I love him so much.
Yeah, I'm fascinated by him too, actually, to be honest with you. Share with us a couple last things. What is a book that has changed your life?
I would say, since we were talking about like the whole, you know, control issues, I would say The Power of Vulnerability. I listened to that when I was on a flight to Europe a couple months ago, and it changed my life. I don't know. It had a big impact on me, just how to be vulnerable. That's something maybe I struggle with a little bit. So I loved that book. That was amazing. It's by like Brene. Let me see. I don't know.
Brene Brown, I think it is.
Yeah. Oh, you read it?
I've heard about it. I've actually heard about it. And she's, yeah. We're going to find it in the show notes and put it in there because it's a good one.
And then The Happiness Advantage. I've listened to that before. A friend.
The Happiness Advantage.
And it's really good. It's kind of like The Outliers a little bit. They're similar.
So. Yeah, I think you really can't take in enough positive stuff. You know, I'm reading like The Law of Attraction right now, and it's like, you just can't read enough of this stuff because it's just so interesting and fascinating to think of a different point of view, like that we maybe lived thousands of lives. And that just made me rethink death, to be honest with you. Like the last part, I'm like, well, it's not as scary as I thought of it. If you put it that perspective, that we maybe have lived thousands of other lives, you know, it's like, well,
super crazy.
Maybe I shouldn't be as scared, you know? I mean, because obviously that's an existential thing of everybody, no matter what your age is. You know, you think about it, or if you have had a close friend pass or something like that, you know, you kind of, or even with all these celebrities passing, Mac Miller and some of these kids that are so young, it's like,
so sad.
You just think about life and you're just like so grateful for the next day and that you're in control and that you're happy and that you were alive, you know? So last thing. After a long, hard day, Bri, and you've worked a lot, you're tired, you're ready to chill, what is your favorite show or thing to do at night?
I don't really watch any TV, to be honest.
No TV? Okay.
I don't know. I really enjoy going to the movies because when you're in the movie, you can't be on your phone.
Yes.
You're more present. So I would say like that's something I really look forward to doing is going to the movies. That sounds like an old lady, but
no, that's cool. I think that's interesting.
And I love like going to the movies with my sister. That's something I feel like we look kind of forward to.
So movie nights. Well, you're going to have a fun movie night this week. Are you going to see Halloween? See Halloween?
Focus. Oh my gosh. I remember seeing all those Halloween movies when I was a kid.
Oh my God. Me too. Being freaked out, dude. Yeah. Like, freaked out. When I was seeing some of the trailers last night when I was watching TV, I was like, oh my God. Brought back some memories as a kid. Well, folks, you've been hanging out with Bri Teresi and Travis Too Tall and Huff. I want to thank you for your time today. And Bri, keep being real. What another epic episode. And if you enjoyed the episode today, can you please do me a favor and subscribe to our podcast, The Be Real Show, on iTunes or your favorite podcast platform. And also take a little time today, if you don't mind, and give your boy T Huff a review. I would really super appreciate it. And thank you so much for listening today.